So today's video is going to be in a format that I've actually never done before. Now I'm thinking about going with a different build for this ladder start than I've ever done before. And to be honest, I've never seen anyone actually do this. I'm actually going to start off with maxed charged bolt sorcerers. Yes, you heard that right. I've only ever done this with the craziest best end game gear when you got the infinities, when you already got your Sunder Charms, you got the Griffin's Eye, and you got everything to help out your lightning damage. It worked really dang good, but I've never done this with budget gear. So I'm actually going to show you the steps I would take to go ahead and try out any build that I'd want to do at the start of a ladder, exactly how to test it out as fast as possible to see if it would really work with budget gear or if it only will be one of those crazy end game builds that you need all of the best stuff to do. I'm actually going to go through a couple of different gear progressions to see if it's really what I actually want to start this ladder with. Now right here, this is where I'm going to start, and we're actually at the hero editor for Diablo 2 Resurrected, and this is actually a website. I'll put a link at the top of the description of this, but it is great for testing out builds and stuff that you've never done before. Now, unfortunately, this will only work for PC. If you can't use this, if you're on console or something, you're going to have to look up YouTube videos or maybe build guides or read about stuff on websites in order to see what other people's opinions on it. But if you're on PC, you can go ahead and go through this hero editor right here, and you can just set up your entire character exactly the way your budget gear right when you get done with Hell difficult and you start getting out there to farm. So this is my Charge Bolt Sorceress. I set it up for level 70 right here. In order to do that, you just come down to General, boom, set it to level 70 right there, easy peasy. Now right here is generally the gear pieces that I'm going to go ahead and use, and I'm actually, because it's going to be crazy mega budget, I'm actually just going to shop my belt and my boots because that is my go-to right off the bat, right once you get done with Hell difficulty. On top of that, I went ahead and threw some pieces over here because usually I go with a caster belt as like my next option. I'll just get a 50 to life belt or something with like 30 to lightning res or something like that. And then from there, I'll upgrade to something caster wise. For the pieces that you see up here, I got an actual spirit sword right here that I went ahead and put in. Over here, we got a bone shield that I put a couple of runes here. I'm going to make a rhyme shield. Up here, we actually have a 3 topaz helm. It's actually got flawlesses in it because that's actually faster to get those in there, get that magic find working for you faster. Stealth, maybe some mage fist, maybe get lucky, find something along those lines. If not, rare or magic I throw in there. And up here is actually an amulet that I'm going to have when I test it out later, but I just made it in this slot. For the mega budget example, this isn't going to be on there. And for rings, a random FCR ring, and we're just going to like gamble a random ring and throw it in there. Over in the stash, we actually have the pieces for, because I want to see the gear progression. The mega budget first, and then up to like the good area, not like the crazy end game, but good. So we got Viper Magi here, getting yourself a Shaco. Shaco's easier to get than Griffin's Eye early on in ladder. And then we have up here Sandstorm Tracks, just some generic stuff right there. Maybe I'll test out too also with an Arachnid's Mesh. It's kind of difficult to get, but also not the most insanely hard to get as well. And we just have generic over here, Mercenary setup, kind of like a mid-budget. So Tal's Mask, we have a Treachery, just takes 1 Lemrune. And then we have an Insight right here. Once we got that set up, we go ahead and we did give ourselves some gold to go ahead and gamble or buy up whatever we want to do to test out. As for shopping wise, for the quests, we unlocked all the quests so we get our plus skills because we're going to do that right off the bat. We unlocked all the waypoints, and I didn't do my build yet because we'll go ahead and do that when we get over to the other part. Let's go ahead and save this file. Whoop! It is now saved to my computer, and then we'll go ahead and transfer it into Diablo 2 Resurrected. Let's take a look at how it works. So I spared you the few minutes it took me to go ahead and spec this character out. I put everything together here. I got my strength just to the point to where I'm within striking distance of if I make a spirit shield, I can gain a few levels and pump that up because I'm only level 70 at the moment. We put all of it into energy because I'm thinking of either going super early on, max Vita until I get higher levels, or going energy right off of the bat and go energy shield. So I'm going to test energy shield first off. It's obviously 1 point into frozen armor, 1 point into warmth, rest over on the lightning seal tree. So we maxed out Charge Bolt, lightning, which is its synergy, and then lightning mastery, of course. 1 point wonders of course, static and teleport. We need to get down to, I split 7 hard points, or we're at a base points of 8 between energy shield and telekinesis until I'm high enough level to max them both out. I usually go one by one, just having them both at the same point. That way you can actually get enough of the damage to go towards your energy shield that it doesn't just nuke you. Because behind me, you see, I only have 260 life and only 774 mana at this low level. A lot of times if I go Nova Sorceress with Energy Shield, I'll do max Vita until I get way better gear. But we're going to test this out. Now I got my Mercenary up here on my Act 2 Cold Durga over here. I got the gear pieces up over here. We got our Spirit. We got our Rhyme thrown together. I just went ahead and shopped a belt with some life and mana. Just gambled, got some rare boots right here with a little walk around, nothing big here. A random ring you could find along the way. So yeah, let's go ahead and test this sucker out at some of the areas where I'm going to be using this at the beginning of ladder. Now, first up may be strange, but I'm actually out here at the cold plains. That's kind of because this is actually a very weak area that can be terrorized. So it's one of the places I actually get some of the first Thunder Charms for myself. You can see it's not really doing the craziest damage. It's kind of working. I would call this a little bit slower than a Nova Sorceress currently. So here's another pack over here, a couple of these, but you see you just kind of spray it out in these directions. Unfortunately, immune to lightning right there. You can check this. There's a 3-socketed helm. But really, what you're going to need to be doing is getting right up on them. So here is, we'll go ahead and take a potion right here. He actually got chopped out pretty good. So that's the thing. It's not working too bad. At this low of actual level, a lot of stuff is going to be struggling for you. So you can static. He got chopped down. Mercenary is really helping us out too. Wish I had more points, more plus skills to put into static, to be perfectly honest. The radius is almost nothing. There, I almost got ripped out. Now remember, half this gear is shopped from a vendor, so this is not going to work that good. But we're just seeing if we can get her to work for us, kind of like it all. So here's kind of, so you can kind of step up and shotgun them, really is what works. And like I said too, a reasonable mercenary is a big help for a lot of builds early on. Getting that insight. I will take out packs on the way as well, down to something like the Countess. I do love farming the Countess. Static these guys, mercenary help us out, we chop them down. It's not working too bad considering how budget the gear is. We got Durga back, and let's see what we can do with the Countess. One of the problems is going to be because the static radius is so small. So it is kind of an unforeseen problem. It's a good reason why you want to test this stuff out. But you can absolutely blast away here. Blast, blast, blast. Keep bringing him back. Very important. Oh, boy. Very quick, very quick. So we keep pulling him back with teleport, keeping him alive. Definitely working slower than I anticipated, but yeah, good reason why we checked this out. Ooh, my gosh, what a great charm early on. Holy smokes. Now we're left with just the Countess over here, huh? And some archers hitting us. Unfortunate. There we go, chopped out. We got our few runes. We can go ahead and move on. So it definitely will work, but it is a little bit of a challenge with this build. But this is good. This is exactly why we're testing it out. I don't know that I really like the way that worked. So we're actually going to respec this into a max Vita build, saving those points that we put into Energy Shield and Telekinesis this early on. So on the playthrough, you're obviously not going to be rocking Energy Shield. So I'm going to utilize the unlimited respec here on PC. Go ahead and respec. We're going to bump this back up to 145 right here. Holding control and clicking. Gives you 5 points in each one. And we're going to max vitality this time. And I'm going to go ahead and, like I just said right now, and jump into the skill tree the way I was talking. So there we go, the same into frozen armor, warmth, and then instead of putting those points in the energy shield and telekinesis, I do got 1 and 1 here to get down to teleport, but I actually put the remaining points to get this up, get the radius up on static. This can really help you out early on. And as I said, we did go max Vita. Let's see if this works a little better for us. Here we are, let's hit a few packs, and look how far away we can static them from, and then go ahead and blast them down. So much better. I feel like this is going to be such a better option. The thing I do see is actually our mana disappearing mega quick, but hey, sometimes budget early on, you just got to deal with what you got. Static, static, static. Ooh, he is lightning enchanted, so let's just go ahead and blast, see what we can survive with this. It's good to test out. Give our mercenary a potion, maybe a couple of them. Sure, why not? Static, 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 static. Blast, blast, blast. Oh yeah, I think it's working way better now that we do the Max Vita version with that more static. Alrighty, now let's see what happens with the Countess. Countess over in that room again. But the thing is, we can definitely static them down. That's going to make it just way easier. Just way easier. Static the Countess down right there. We got some archers coming after us. Whoa! I was down to 10 health. That kind of thing can happen. Chug a bunch of potions. Stay alive, Phil. So the Arcane Sanctuary, going out here, trying to get keys from the Summoner, another place I would really like to go. Just shotgun blasting them down right there. Ooh, this is a lot more dense area here, so it's going to be quite a bit more of a struggle. Mercenary staying alive is going to be a little bit of a problem too, but we'll see what we can do. Yeah, definitely tougher than rocking the Nova Sorcerers, but I kind of like it. I kind of like, whoa, boy. Yeah, this budget of a gear early on, a little bit of a struggle. Keep sending it, keep sending it. Ooh. He does have that treachery, so we got the fade procced. Boy, getting a few more levels, getting some more plus skills would really help us out, but build definitely works. The one thing that is hard to test is I don't remember how slow a crazy mega budget Nova Sorceress is, because now it's been a few months since I tried one of those. All right, here we are actually at the Summoner, and might be a little bit of a struggle here. We'll find out, huh? We'll find out. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Step up. Staticked him down. Mercenary did a little bit of work too with the inside, of course. So yeah, we could definitely come out and farm the Summoner with this build as well. Woo, we'll take a look at another easy area or two. Ooh, boy. Here we are at Eldritch and Shank. We got some archers coming at us, unfortunately. Blast him with the static, got him down. Now, we're probably just going to do Eldritch, probably not Shank too. I could see that being a little bit of a problem at this kind of like low level. What I would do though is maybe Ares Plateau, maybe go after a little Thresh Shocket. He's just individually by himself, so we can just come out here, static him down, step up and start shotgun blasting him along with our mercenary helping us out. Oof. So he got chopped out, unfortunately, but yeah, we could do that too. So here we are at a higher level, 85, and we're stepping up our gear quite a bit. We found an rune when we were down at the Countess. I'm simulating that anyways, and perhaps we found some other good stuff too. Usually I always get a Spirit Monarch on like the first day or two. I always find a Monarch that I can Larzik or something along those lines. Got lucky and was able to trade for a Viper Magi. Yeah, and maybe we even got a Shaco up here. There's a lot of other options you could obviously throw around on this stuff too. Got my caster belt that I make a lot. Got lucky and was crafting. Made a Tutor Sorceress amulet. Nothing insane, but pretty dang solid up there. And actually this ring over here, Dexterity, actually helps out a max block, but you need the poison res on the Energy Shield Nova Sorceress. You see behind my bald head here, we got max energy. So we are swapping this over now. We got 15 hard points into both Energy Shield and then one more than that, 16 into Telekinesis. Hopefully that's enough for Energy Shield to look good. Let's test her out. First of all, let's head out to this kind of like weaker terror zone like I mentioned here. So the static is going to be much lower level now, but now we have minus enemy lightning res on the Crescent Moon. Oh boy. This is looking so much better, so much better. So I am still rocking the Tal's Treachery Insight on my Act 2 Mercenary. You could definitely, and I wasn't sure if I was quite ready to do it yet, but to go with the Cure, Prayer, Insight, you know, whole situation there to get your life replenishing up mega fast. But I decided just to stick with this for now. But that's definitely where you'd want to go eventually, kind of rocking the same gear setup that you would on an Energy Shield Nova Sorceress. Another place we're going to be testing on the way down to the Countess, along with obviously taking the Countess out. So we're going to be definitely taking packs out on the way. You can just blast down the whole hallway, and yeah, just kind of melts them down. That minus enemy lightning res is so powerful. That's why kind of taking these lightning builds and farming the Countess, which she isn't immune to lightning, she's immune to cold and fire, but not lightning, is such a great choice. Getting that rune, you can never tell RNG, but it can usually happen relatively quickly. Down to level 5, always check the armor racks for hopefully a Monarch. Take out any champions you feel like, and let's see how the Countess is going to go for us, huh? Oop, teleport a little close on accident there. We can actually static them down pretty good. We do need to keep our Mercenary alive a little bit here. She's going to be lightning enchanted, of course, good for us, right? Sarcasm. But Ral for crafting, and Ath, you know, use it for a rune right there. But yeah, farming the Countess way easier once you get some better gear, I see here. Act 2 Arcane, take out some packs and go ahead and hitting the Summoner, am I right? Got to get those keys early on. Torches are in high demand, and boy, ripped out so much easier than before. There he is. We're actually going to back up here to play it a little bit safer. Why not? And yeah, ripped right out. Mercenary helped me quite a bunch, but I did static him down to halfway. Probably took out two-thirds, three-quarters of his health. Mercenary helped me out with the rest. And we'll test out a lot of the same areas here. We have, once again, Eldritch. Probably skip Shank again, you know. Sometimes down there's those whole Quill Rat deals and stuff. Chop him down. Boop, boop. But, hey, why don't we test it out? We do have better gear now. A lot more dangerous. There's those archers. We have all these different ranged people. Telestomp them, shotgun them. Grab what we need, get out of here as fast as we can. And my boy, Thresh Socket as well should be right here. There we go. Shotgun, shotgun, shotgun. Ripped him out. Ooh. On the video. Nokazans. Of course it is. Now there's no doubt in my mind it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I think it can work pretty good, and I'm going to go with this for Season 8 here of Diablo 2 Resurrected. And I hope kind of this video gives you an idea of how you can kind of test out different builds if you're going to try something off meta. You don't know if it's going to be fun enough or going to be powerful enough to be something that you think you really want to use for a season start. You could go with something else and then spec into it after you get better gear later. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget like button and subscribe up before you go if you're new to the channel. Peace out. And hey, when season 8 starts here, make sure you keep slaying.